Katsundere says hi YouTube. Also, hello to everyone from Felicia Day's side. I'm Sean. It's some cool news, some cool information, some cool Day9 Felicia Day lore. My wife was working with Felicia Day, and that flog episode where I make the perfume, you can see on YouTube of me and Felicia making some perfume. That's the first day I met my wife. How darling is that? How darling is that? So, Felicia, I owe you a lot, actually. The debt is one-sided at this point. All right, here we go. What did I get? A Typhoon Specialist? Okay. All right, we have Sabertooths, and Sabertooths are super cool. So this is something that took me a long time to learn, because I learn slower than the average bear. I think like this is kind of how I'm going to do it. Is that you can put a Sabertooth with an arc light behind. The arc light moves 7 meters a second. Sabertooth moves 8 meters a second. So you have the thing that is good at absorbing damage and picking off single targets in the front, and then you have the thing that is weaker and more fragile, but is good at clearing with AoE in the back. I'm going to be semi-aggressive with my positioning here. Actually, this should be a little tighter. And I'll do something like this. I'm trying to be better about spreading my stuff out. Yeah, I have vulnerability on the backside, but I'm sort of okay with that. I can get some Mustangs here later on. Awesome. Yeah, so let's see, I met Britt at the end of 2011. That's when we met. Been together 13 years-ish. Married for coming up on 5. Okay, my opponent has a Rhino. Yeah, see, look, like, this guy is really good at dealing single target damage. Look at the damage on the tooth! Hit him with the tooth! Yeah! So, like, the prophecy, as is foretold, is coming true, where we have this Sabertooth doing massive damage and absorbing massive damage, but it's bad at clearing chaff. Dude, Sabertooths are so cool. They're so huge. My opponent's name is Trevorism. That is an insanely good ID. I think I'm going to Phantom Ray, but then I'm actually just going to get Mustangs and do this. I like this a little more. This defends my back. This also allows us the opportunity to potentially just accidentally win out. If my opponent just doesn't get enough. Oh, okay. I suppose that makes sense. I'm still in the brain space of I will probably make a Mustang every single game. Maybe I should have put the Mustangs a little farther back, but no, look at that. Paying off already. Let's see how this goes. You know, honestly, just putting some crawlers in the front, leading up into that, might actually be the best decision. Alright, I mean, I'm not that torn up about that sledgehammer getting locked on. This is a bit of a nightmare. That's alright. We have killed all the anti-air. One time? One time! That's what I'm talking about. Scrawling says, how friendly is this game to new players? I'm not sure. I'm really not. I think that one of the reasons why I enjoy the game is it's just funny and fun as hell when you don't know what you're doing. I would note the one mindset thing that I would say makes it easy to jump into is if you understand that units counter each other insanely hard. And so switch around with units like a lot, like a whole lot, like more than you actually think would make sense in an ordinary game. And you'll have a lot more success than if you do not do that. And I think that's a really important point to bring up. That you do kind of need to switch units a lot, because in so many other games, committing to a unit and focusing on it is like a really classic positive thing to do. I did it. Oh, that's not exactly the pathing that I was expecting, but, you know. I'll do me. Egotice says, I can post a link to a site that has a ton of info. Yeah, like, I assume that you're going to link to mechamonarch.com. Feel free to do that. Our automod might time it out, but I'll bring it back. But what I would encourage you to do is, before you look at any strategy, just mess around a bit. Just mess around a bit and have a blast. There's a lot of resources. I think that it is hard in my eyes to read. Oh. Yeah. Oh my god, yes. Promote. Impact drill. What do I have on these guys? I do have barriers on them? Interesting. Very, very interesting. We also want... Oh, yeah, dude. I really like efficient light manufacturing here, because, like, right away I have earned 150. Like, instantly. This is obtain 50 additional supplies per round. Or, excuse me, it's going to be obtain 150 additional supplies per round, starting from the next round. Okay, I feel like I know exactly what I'm doing. We're a little weak in this middle area, but I'm just going to get a bunch of wraiths and crap on everything. I actually think that we might be able to win this on round 6. Look at this! Look at this horse. Dude, Trevorism. The best name ever. I don't think I want any of these. Here is where we are weak to wasps, but that's okay. I'll just put some Mustangs there. So I'm going to go Mustangs here. I'm going to upgrade both of these. I'm going to get range. Probably should have waited around on that, but that's okay. That is oh-freaking-K. Just put it over here on my little combat flank here. And what do I want to do here? I think I want to just keep leveraging the mass recruitment. I want it to immediately start fighting. What do I upgrade? Nothing? Everything's fine? Ooh, interesting. Missiles, huh? Okay. And these are the only ones that shoot up. Okay. Dude, I love these crazy spread out games. Yeah, and some of them still live. That's fucking sick. Oh, that was really bad. It's all good. My opponent has invested in scorpions, so I'm just going to get a lot of wraiths. Yeah, I think so. I think it's wraith o'clock here. Do I have armor on the wraiths? Well, we lost a round, so that's poopy. I don't really know if I want any of those things. I don't really think I want any of those things, huh? I do have armor. Look at that. Elite recruitment will make them 400. Kind of insane bump of damage. Let's have you actually go over there for once. I think that one seems pretty good. Like that now. And I'm going to get speed here. Oh, yeah, they can do that, can't they? Well, that's fucking really bad. Whoops. Oh, whoopsie days, didn't think about that one. Alright, well. I know likely what I'm going to need to do. Oof. Ow. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. I think we're getting the better timing of this, but, huh. Wouldn't you know it, it's the daggum melting points again. It's the daggum melting points. Let's cancel this mobile beacon. Let's see if we can just grab the Wraith. Just get it out of there. And then I think what I want is balls that form crawlers. So let's do mass recruitment. Let's get our this. Oops. I think I will sell this one, because I think that Replicate is going to be very good. Why not? I do want it now. This is the thing I should have sold. This guy's doing nothing. It's at least a little bit good. Alright, it's not good. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. Okay. Dude, look at the Sabertooths actually doing some stuff. Doing the business. Very nice. Alright. Semi-good. Semi-positive. What we're looking for. A little bit. Just the smallest chunk of what we're hoping to have. I think Phoenixes might be what the doctor ordered. Alright, so let's upgrade these. Field recovery, this bastard. Absolutely upgrading McCrawley boys. How much would this be? This would be 600, so I can do this. I can... do I want range? I don't think I need range. I think I kind of am obsessed with getting yet more crawlers. I think could also be an idea to get more wraiths. I've actually committed kind of hard to this side. Could I just get yet more steel balls? All right. I'm just going into this hard. I'm not even pulling away. Yeah, I think that this was good. That sucks. But we're actually winning on this side. As long as we're not lagging out. Alright, so wow, we got that. Alright, cool. Alright, oh my god. Did I do it? Am I gaming? I'd really love to kill this thing here. It'd be really the best, okay? Phoenixes, great choice. Man, I love the Wraith. I used to not understand these donuts, but now it's the only thing I want to eat. Well, this is bad news. We didn't win the video game. I mean... This is good. Promote. Do we have any more crawlers to promote? No. Balls to promote? anything that I might want to sell? Get even more health? I mean, that's pretty funny. This might actually allow us to get on that. All right. Do we have so much health? We have this. We got this one. All right, that Wraith did really poorly. Really bad news. That's okay. Dude, the mass ball with, like, crawler guts. I don't even know what the name of this upgrade is. God, look at me. I'm just made out of balls and donuts, aren't I? Feels good. It feels good to be this robust of a gamer. Trevorism, the greatest ID that I have played yet today. That was just solid. Bomberman, I know how to pronounce that. It's pronounced Waisha RJ. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how I played this one out. And I will say, I think that every time I make myself spread out a little bit, it's better. Like, everything goes better. And it's kind of funny because the logic of it is, it's like so simple that it feels embarrassing that I didn't see it immediately. So, if you are playing in a traditional RTS game, depending upon the pathing of units, having things touching and clustered is good. As a really exaggerated example, let's think about these fangs over here and these balls over here. If we're in a traditional RTS where someone can control, if they have everything in a group, they can pick off this, and then they can run over to these fangs, and they can pick off this. So there's this idea of you need to be very careful with splitting your army, because, again, in a traditional RTS where you have full control, your opponent can just 2v1 twice if you break into two groups. They destroy this half, then destroy this half, and it's just better. So there's always a lot of pressure to cluster. But in this game, you don't have control over your units. So what's the most effective way to get a concave? You just arbitrarily spread your units big distances, and then they naturally form a big concave. Whereas if you're not controlling units and they're getting stuck on each other in Mechabellum, they're not participating and they're getting concaved against, and it's really bad. So I don't know, it's just like, it's such a funny, simple idea that's, I just spread things out, and there you go. Like, it's been insanely impactful. Let's play a game. Or are you doing co-casting with Suri, though? Jack Odd, I need to fight you, okay? I need to fight. Because here's the thing. Let me be abundantly clear. If you come to me, a broadcaster, and say, why don't you do stuff with that person? As though I can just go to the Suri Mechabellum store and put in $1 and I'm broadcasting with them. We're human beings. We have different schedules. We have different needs. We have different desires. I'm someone that hardly ever does collaborations because of the amount of work that they take. God! I would encourage you to flip it to, hey, Day9, I would love to see you stream with Suri sometime. That's great. I love that sort of thing. You know what? I'm going to let the fates choose. Ashuman, oh my god, with the 5 gifted subs, and says, thanks for the content, Sean. How's the game dev stuff going? Honestly, it's going pretty good. I'm not going to lie, it's going pretty good. Pretty gosh darn goddamn good. Jackot says, I'd fight you anytime in Mechabellum. Rats. I have no retort to that. I don't really know how to play with these Stormcallers. I've always been a little unsure of how to do this. Stormcallers are a unit that I basically only know how to play defensively. doing something like this. I've always kind of struggled to know what to do with them, so let the struggle continue. Don't want crawlers here. You know, I like crawlers more. I think they're a cooler unit. What's my specialist? Fortified? Am I a robust bear? These arrows are misleading. You know, I'm just gonna... to the corners with you. Alright. Lefo wins! Good to see you, man. So happy they released the new Doom album, and they gave us a whole game with it for some reason. Dude, talk about luck. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is true, but it feels sometimes to me like Stormcallers are just the best early game stabilizing unit, period. They're just so insanely good. But, like, I'm just not sure how to transition out of this. Because right now I've just stayed alive this round. Mass-produced wasps, extended range, sledgehammer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, I did it. I did. That was hard to overcome. That was actually a big risk that I just did there. Wow. I always like just getting more chaff. I always do. I mean, maybe I can get a Sabertooth. You know, just have some big, thick tanks at the front. I don't see why not. I literally hate that they're both tanks. And they're both, like, right next to each other. Like, what? Why not? No! Or I can, like, kind of pull it in a little bit. No, I need some armor on the outside. Alright, I don't care. Yeah, I don't have anything that shoots the air. Okay, alright, well. Alright. Well, I'm not looking at this match anymore. AMA. Manta Ray, huh? I don't think I have anti-air fortresses. Take 67 6 times. Ugh. Do I really want an incendiary this early? Probably, actually. I'm just gonna do it. And I am gonna rely on the anti-air marksman. So I think we might both eat it here, but I think that's okay. Alright, that feels really good. So let's see how this right side goes. Because this right side, I do have the issue that I'm dealing with. Alright, supply specialist. I'm fortified. I'm like thick as hell. Doesn't look like we're winning this side. I think that I do want Vulcans. Vulcans feels like the thing that I've always wanted. I don't think I upgrade these at all. Fire Badger is a lot like a Vulcan. But Vulcans are cooler, dude. Alright, let's get these guys out. I believe the Vulcan is... Oh, it's 200 now? Boo! Give me a break. I am very much so still leaning towards chaff now. Because I'm just seeing how little chaff I have. I'm actually quite scared about these Farseers just marching their way forward. Yeah, I'll go ahead and unlock it now. Is there, I mean, is there even another tech that I would want? Is there even? No, I can't believe I'm going to end with this much. That feels bad. I'm just going to get these 2 techs. I'm trying to make myself get these more and just kind of stay more active. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so then I'll just get some scary Vulcans, because Vulcans can shred sledgehammers when you get the Scorch upgrade. And I don't really want the Farseers. God, anti-air marksman. Good lord. I think I will keep upgrading them too. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I think I was spot on with the Vulcan claim. Dude, no one's doing anything to anybody here. This is a Mexican standoff. No, you can't possibly know. Pass these 6. This is 7. Congratulations to you. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Just chilling. Oh, dude, Vulcans were a good choice. Just Days says this game really wants someone to take extended range sledge. Yeah, no, I know. It just keeps saying it, man. Juan Alesso says, I'm new to Mechabellum. I know the term chaff, but could you explain what you mean by it for Mechabellum and its uses? Yeah, let me explain kind of in chunks. So, first of all, just look at this crawler. It has 318 health. You can see that right here. Now, look at this sniper that deals 5,216 damage. If I shoot a crawler that has 300 health with my marksman that does close to 5,000 health, or excuse me, that does close to 5,000 damage, suddenly it's a huge amount of wasted damage. So in this way, the crawler counters the marksman because it makes the marksman waste so damn much damage. Wow, I'm actually going to lose this side. What do you know? And so the purpose of something like a marksman is often not necessarily, or excuse me, the purpose of something like a crawler is not necessarily to do damage. It's to receive damage in such a way that it is bad for the enemy. And that term chaff captures the idea that I'm trying to make lots of a particular kind of unit whose job it is to just die. I think I actually do want absorption module. Keep upgrading these guys like crazy. Get range here. So, for instance, you'll note that the last things that were left alive were like my Vulcans and my marksmen and and my Stormcallers. So I might say to myself, you know what? I want to have more things that are good at just getting in the way of damage. I want more chaff. So fangs and crawlers are generally your classic chaff. Crawlers are really fast, so they run to the front. They'll run past all of my slow stuff. Crawlers are, excuse me, Fangs are super slow. They move at the slowest rate of anything. I also think these aren't doing me any favors. How much is Scorch? I actually kind of want to do this. They have hounds. I'm just going to do Scorch, man. And so, what's one of the reasons why I'm getting the Vulcan? Well, it's an anti-swarm bot. It does 190 damage, but it shoots 10 times a second. So it murders chaff. Why do I want to murder the chaff? Because then my things that are good at dealing single target damage, like marksman, are not wasting it on chaff. So, like, this melting point will lock onto my Vulcan, and it will just crap on me like crazy. Unless I have chaff in the front to absorb the damage. So you can see, here comes my chaff. Here comes the chaff. And now it's getting in front, and you'll see this melting point just targeting the chaff one by one. It's perfect. And here comes my slow chaff from the back. From uptown. My marksmen are getting like a level per round. It's awesome. Okay, so now my melting point gets locked onto. So that kind of sucks. But it's not all so bad. Alright, so I already know what I'm going to do. This absorption module is a real pain in the ass. Okay, what do we want to do? How much damage do these do? How much damage does this have? I might actually just keep these guys alive. What I think I want to do is I want to get electromagnetic explosion. I think I want to actually get range on this. I want to go fang, fang, fang. I feel really confident in this decision. Okay, so we're gonna crunch this side quite hard. This actually turned out, I think, to be a good decision. I think we're going to win this round. I'll get speed as well. That is bad news bears. I have very little anti-air. I might be able to get a lock on this guy. Wow, the Sabertooths? I'm sorry, has anyone just witnessed the Sabertooths just crapping on things? What? Wow. Yo, I felt like I knew what I was doing in that game. I felt like I knew what I was doing. Wow. Dude, this thing was here for one round, and it did 100,000, or did 80,000 damage almost? Did 150,000 damage? Like, literally, this Stormcaller on this side dealt less damage, even though it's been here since the first round, than this did in one round. I mean, that is... I don't think I've ever quite appreciated or seen that do that much stuff. Wow. Ho, ho, ho! I'm sorry, am I gaming?